Welcome back to Final Fantasy 1.
The Pixel Remastered.
Last time we beat up a Kraken. That is our third fiend down, so only one remains.
Like
something wind-related, judging by the crystals on our HUD.
The worst that Kraken did was he blinded Raikou for like a turn or two.
Like, all he could do is cast Dark and Lit 2 and punch you. So, given that our last crystal is wind, and the entire northeast continent is shaped like a bird, I'm willing to bet we're going up there for something.
Probably. But first of all, somebody mentioned something about a waterfall nearby.
I am shocked that you can canoe through that. It's not ocean. It's just a big river.
It's just a river.
It just threw me a little. Yeah, it was somebody in, like, OnRack or something mentioned
No. Throw was only an option in the original 4. Then the remakes gave it back to Ninja, because originally Ninja could only throw the shurikens because they had to equip them. They didn't get thrown until the remakes.
Okay.
Like this.
What? So it was somebody in...
Ooh, green dragon.
Green dragon.
Ooh. It
was a gas dragon. 352 HP, 72 to 144 AP, 4068 experience, 5000 G. Weak to ice, strong against cake. Classified as dragon, will use poison gas, which just does damage.
That explains why I went down to Raikou, because he just has the ice sword on, so he just smacked it once and it was like, and Raikou was like, I soloed it, I guess?
Yeah, so somebody saw a UFO.
I soloed it.
So somebody in OnRack saw a UFO, and I think they mentioned it being near a waterfall or something?
They said they saw something metal fall from the sky at the waterfall.
Okay, and that's where we are. Nightmare. This is where we first officially see it. Spelled N-I-T-E-M-A-R-E.
Just to make you certain that we don't have the space for it.
Yeah. 200 HP, 3060 AP, 1272 experience, 700 G. Weak to ice. Strong against cake, fire, rub, bane, stun, slep. It will use snorting, which casts dark.
Wait, why am I doing that? That's how you open up the map.
We did it, we figured it out. There are a lot of items. Oh no.
We've seen these before.
Yeah, these are the Paralisks, which we ran into on
the Pyros.
39. They can cast Squint. They can use Squint, which casts Rub.
Oh wait, they're just the straight dead ones? Okay, that explains why everything's been failing. Because we have death protection.
Ah.
I was like, I thought they were been trying to petrify us, and it's just like, nope. Hold up. Kiki.
So there's a bunch of items, but they're all in one place. So as long as you can get there, it's fine. And
yeah, it's like
all right
south.
down there.
It's like you never go up north.
In Titan's Tunnel, and the Wizard Mummy in... Oh, the Castle of Ordeals.
God, you know what? It just threw me for a loop now that it's like, you know what? I get mummies in D&D. Wizard mummies? That's screwing with me for some reason.
Like, that implies a level of
You know what? It's literally what a lich is. A lich is just a magic user who went like, I'm tired of this flesh. Oh wait, hold up. What's that line? Crap, I just heard it the other night. I tire of this vessel of flesh. And then we cried at the end.
We did. We're almost there. And boy, there's a lot of stuff in here. If you have a problem, the solution is to burn.
Is that a robot? How do you know what a robot is? It's more of a mechanical man. It's literally the same thing I just said. Don't you two start arguing. Well, I guess we could talk to him. I'm just gonna go ahead and talk to him.
I have been waiting.
Oh no, Frank Miller wrote him. I'm afraid to hit the next line. It might be something terrible.
Take this cube. Tiamat. Flying Fortress. Please. I'm not talking like a robot at all. I'm just trying to make fun of it. Oh man, a warp cube!
You know, apparently...
I feel like that's from something. What has used warp cubes?
I have no idea. You literally have the page open over there.
I don't even think it's Final Fantasy that I'm thinking of. Like, literally anything.
Crap, I
Gotta sit up, though, and it's hot. I don't want to move.
Bzwr. Oh yeah, no, that was the thing I was gonna look up.
Nope, first thing that comes up is Final Fantasy.
Final Fantasy, yeah. Apparently in Japanese, whenever they do robot speak, the whole point is that they speak entirely in like katakana, just to denote the difference between them.
And we usually localize that as like talking in all caps or something.
Either talking in all caps or randomly capitalizing something.
Yeah.
All right, we got a wizard staff.
Wizard staff.
Ribbon. 13,450.
13,450.
6,400.
6,400.
That's the next Nintendo console. 5,000.
5,000.
Defender.
Defense. Alright, our job here is done. Can we get a D2 and go home? That is actually all we needed in here. We needed the warp cube.
Yeah. Were you gonna check the page or something?
No, I'm gonna click on it.
Because they usually give you an idea of what it's from.
Well, I figured a quick Google search would tell me if I had recognized it from something else.
Oh,
but when the first thing comes up as Final Fantasy, I'm probably just mixing signals in my head.
I mean, they usually do something like what it's based off of in the things in the bottom.
Nah, I don't care that much.
Or do you?
Not really.
Okay, that ribbon goes on to Hubert. Is that everything that I just got? Yeah, cool. Defender.
You know we can warp out, right?
Yeah, shut up. I think the worst part is in my playthrough, I didn't get exit for a while, so I had to go like, ah, crap.
Look, at least it's not as bad as me nearly wiping after I left the cave.
Yeah, that Dragon Quest IV episode of, like, just the horribleness of, like, one guy died, and then you go, like, I gotta go back to town to res them because nobody has res yet. And then it was just horrible, getting slaughtered, trying to run away from everything. Then you walk out of the cave and go, like, quick, cast return. Cast zoom. What?
And I very nearly... Okay, so now that we have that, that was just kind of a little side adventure to go get that, but we'll need it later.
Probably.
What we need... You know how wide that river is keeps throwing me, but it was real thin in the original, 1 tile wide.
Oh, yeah.
But what we need is... really, the only place left for us to go is... here.
Because if you paid attention, there's somebody here who can do some translation work for us. And it's not a tomato guy.
Yes, we only have one place we haven't really been, and that's the town where all the people are who... Oh, jeez. Now, just calm down there, sir. Just calm down.
Senpai's gonna teach you language. Oh, Senpai.
There's only one town we haven't really been to, and that's the one with a bunch of people who we can't understand what are saying.
Raiko, shut up. Don't make these references nobody gets.
And we happen to get that Rosetta Stone. Now, the Rosetta Stone on its own doesn't actually, like, just magically let us understand foreign languages, so we gotta take it to this nerd.
And what he does is he deciphers the whole thing, understands the language, and then in the span of 2 seconds teaches it to us. It was way easier just to get blessed with the echo.
Just gonna jostle some quick notes down. Maybe it's real easy, like teaching somebody Pig Latin.
Well, Pig Latin is just like take the first letter of something, add it to the end of the sentence, and just add an A at that AY at the end.
I mean, it is, but like, what if it's that simple? You can't tell just by looking at it, but like, if you had somebody like real quick explain it to you, then you go, oh, okay, you just, and that's what they're saying, got it. I'm still bothered so much because when I was a kid, I went to summer camp. Dang it!
Took off the top, but the airship survived.
When I was a kid, in summer camp.
We old summer camp.
There was a kind of game, I guess, that was going around where you would like take or somebody would write a sentence or write a word.
All right.
Using a weird language that I never wrapped my head around.
Oh, was it just Pig Latin?
No.
Oh no.
They would write it with a stick, like drawing shapes on the ground. And the only thing I figured out was when they tapped the stick on the ground, that was vowels. And if they tapped once, it was an A. If they tapped twice, it was an E. But then they would, like, just draw some weird squiggles, and that would be everything else. And I never figured that out. But they refused to tell you, because kind of the game is to watch and figure out... What do you want?
I want to see what the level 7s are.
Because the game is to watch and figure out for yourself. And they always told me that, like, once you figure it out, you'll kick yourself. But I never figured it out! And it's been 20 years!
It's gonna be great because it gave you enough time to talk about that, and somebody's gonna be in the comments going like, oh yeah, it's this.
Please! Someone who understands this, tell me! I can't even remember the name of it, which is the frustrating thing. I want to say it was called, like, Queen's Rose or something, but that could be 110% wrong, and it could just be... It could have been called, like, the Earthquake language or something. Like, I don't know. I want to know so badly.
The only other 7s were at on rack. Some 8s in, yeah, we're in Gaia. Alright. Put your finger there. Make sure I do not get 3 8 spells, because we got ones to get at the,
For both characters?
Yeah, for both characters. Because we got one to get at the last place, and I just want to make sure, because my brain's gonna go like, oh, all 3.
Alrighty.
We already got Blizzaga. We get Break. What was his 1 at on rack? No. He's level 7 at on rack. There were a couple. There was 2 over there. There was Saber and Blind. Alright. I'll probably get Blind, because Saber is just, I think, only cast on you. Can't cast on somebody else. Which is why the Giant's Gloves are so kind of a thing. Okay, we got Stop, Warp, and Kill. And Stop is stop and paralyzes all enemies. Warp is banish enemies to another dimension, which is basically another kill spell.
Yeah.
And then Kill, which is just power word kill, which is just like I said.
Which is another kill spell.
Another kill spell, and basically if they have 300 or less HP, they instantly die.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like 300 or less, that's a lot of them, though. That's like a lot of enemies.
Yeah, but keep in mind, this is also a level 8 spell slot to use, too.
I mean, I guess.
And it's also a kill spell, so anything that's not weak to... that resists rub or anything like that is probably going to be resistant to this spell as well.
Oh hey, we get to see Catman soon. But not Man-Cat! I have no idea. I don't know how to play this game.
It's gonna get Stop and Warp, because every Black Mage needs Warp. Ah, yes, Holy. What one do you think is better? Null All or Dispel? Because Null All reduces damage from spells by half, and then Dispel negates one enemy's magical defenses.
What is this, level 7?
Level 8.
Level 8 white magic?
Yeah.
Null All.
Really?
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh, apparently Dispel actually didn't work in the original.
Oh, of course it didn't. Like, come on, there's only so many that actually work at some point. Do I have any extra items that I want to sell that I'm not exactly really married to at this point? There's all these, like, oh, they do extra effects and everything, but it's like, I kind of want to keep them just because, even though I can just literally sell them because they literally do nothing but take up space now. But I have infinite space, so what of it? Sell off the diamond gloves. Almost sold off the gauntlets, the thing I've been using to cast fire to Thundera the whole time.
Wait, what's Fade?
I think that's null all. It is really hard to tell. Alright, let's go to that one town that we can't understand a word they say. What do you think carries the... Yeah, see, I told you it was one of those stupid things where they're like, oh, we'll change wholly to something different. Alright, first person, let's see what they say.
Oh boy, Sky People. Hey.
See, in the original game, there was no Cid.
Yeah.
There was no mention of Cid, but in the remakes, they basically come back and said that, like, yeah, there's a Cid in the game now. Doesn't matter.
They just kind of retcon in just a side statement, side word. You never meet him or anything. Don't worry about it.
Well, because he's long since been gone, and he's
Yeah.
also the one that made the airship, and then he plays a kind of part in the Deciphering games, but that's a mess in of itself. So. It's a weird legend to have here.
Glad I can understand what you people are saying.
The Light Bearers, and the legend is true. I thought we were called Warriors of Light. Like, I mean, if you want to. Whew. An ancient civilization that was far more advanced than present day. I hope that doesn't become a theme in this franchise. I just lobbed you a softball, and you're over here going like, "What magic should we go for?"
Yeah, I'm reading something else. I'm not even paying attention. What's going on? Where are we?
We're in the Luffinian,
Right.
and the Sky People are talking about how they used to have a civilization that was far more advanced than what we have now. And I just made the joke of like, oh boy, an advanced civilization far in the past with technologies far outpacing modern day versions in the setting. I hope that doesn't become a theme in the series.
I hope they weren't evil in some form.
No, that's 3.
Okay.
That's when they have the Crystal Tower. It's like you can ignore the mechanics now, but you can't do it in that one.
Kind of level restricted in the original.
That was the time when you just went around, I have such a high item level that I can take my pants off and out DPS everyone else. And it was just the
Glamours didn't exist, so if you wanted to change what you looked like, you had to change what you actually wore.
See, the funny thing is like afterwards, the glamours did get added in, because I remember them messing around with it in like A Realm Reborn.
So I just took my pants off and ran in, and I still met the minimum item level to queue for it, and I still out-DPS'd most other people there. And only on rare occasion would somebody ask, "Where are your pants?" To which I would reply, "They're in the wash."
And nowadays, it's basically, where's your dignity? It's in the wash.
Look, you have fun where you can. I just ran Labyrinth of the Ancients for fun. I didn't even need anything out of it. Way above the item level. Long since got all the gear. I'd just sit down and go, I got an hour to kill. Oh no, another entity?
A puppet master to pull the strings.
Well, heck. Well, you can't send out 5. That's more than a full party.
I mean, if you were in 4, you could do that. Bats in this game? Never.
The Flying Fortress. Oh boy, a chime!
Got another one? Sure, here you go. Whew.
I want to ring it.
A dulcet chime of Luffinian origin.
Alright, so we got this cool thing, and then there's a lot of buildings. Like these!
These are the only 2 buildings you can actually go in.
Full life, very important. Get yourself some full life.
Yep, it's basically full revive you. In battle, because what else would that work? And then we get Flare.
Oh, really? Flare? I figured that was like Ultima.
Nope. No, Ultima shows up in 2. Flare shows up in here. It was originally called Nuke.
Yeah, it was just straight up nuke.
Nuke 'em. Blast all enemies with light and heat. Basically non-elemental, so anything that's just weak to elementals, you just go like, I could cast Thunder on them, but I could flare them, so, and we're done.
That is true, and Flare is non-elemental, weirdly. Because you think it'd be fire, but it's non-elemental. I guess when fire becomes hot enough, it kind of stops being fire.
Well, I mean, like I keep saying up in Dragon Quest, there's like 2 different fire elementals, because it's like single target and multi-target. So I think after so long, they just decided to put those 2 together. Then there's Explosion, which is just an element, and it's like, I guess that makes sense, because whatever.
Yeah, explosions usually come with heat, but like, turned them off immediately.
I was like, this is fine. Oh, I need to level up White Mage. I'll go up to that one Northern Thanaland. Everyone else's effects off. Oh my goodness.
Okay, so we got this chime, and I have no idea what to do with it.
Well, obviously we go to the Mirage Tower, because it's the only place to go. A Beretta?
Beretta. Okay. I have no idea where I'm gonna find this thing.
It's in the... Probably gonna have to... Wait, is that...
Oh, is it? Yeah, it's the...
red...
Probably that one.
Yeah, that's
the
it.
Red Unculo. 256 HP, 6220 AP, 1428 experience, 300 G. Not strong or weak to anything, doesn't cast anything. It's literally just HP into physical attack.
Oh, cool. Well, one of them ran away, and the other 2 are about to get flared.
Yeah, that's Flare.
That works for me.
There's dinosaurs in this desert, too. Be careful out there.
Yes, a paleontologist is crying. I think if you don't have the chime, you can't actually enter. I think it blocks you from even going in.
Well, that's funky. Sure is. Ooh, a lot of chests, though.
Do you remember this one from Chocobo's dungeon?
So yes, you can find the tower, but you cannot go inside without the chime.
Yeah.
I guess it would have been nice to show that off. Like, what happens if you...
Oh, I think it's just one of those, like, it's an invisible barrier kind of thing. So it's like, you try to move in, and it's just like, your character ain't moving. It's like if I bumped up against this chest now, nothing happened.
That's weird. You'd think they'd give you at least a little bit of dialogue about, like, something.
Anyway.
Yeah, go ahead.
A tent.
Cabin. We've just seen a bunch of Medusas so far, you're not missing anything.
Alright, first one.
Yep.
Aegis Shield.
Aegis Shield.
Really?
Yep.
Wow. Finally got my Dynamis stuff working. 2750.
2750.
18010.
18010.
Vorpal Sword.
Vorpal. Not a sword, just a Vorpal.
I think that's red mage only. Okay, well, ninja can also use it, but...
Knight can use it.
Oh, the knight can use it. It just must be that bad because it's, like, not even showing up on the list. Yep, there it is right there. Yeah, the defender's just better. Alright, gotta make my way around to this one. Ooh, a Chimera.
Chimera. 300 HP, 3060 AP, 2064 experience, 2500 G. Weak to ice, strong against cake and fire. Classified as dragon. Can use cremate, which just does damage.
Unless you stun it properly. Because you gotta remember, you always silence, you always interrupt Dragon's Eye, Ram's Voice, and you just stay away from the back from Poison Tail.
Yeah, I just stand really far away from them because I can't count on the rest of the Alliance actually stunning them.
You do not know how many fucking times I go into Puppet's bunker, and you know the group, it's the one after the first boss where there's like those three big things, they cast Paralyze, and they have the interrupt bar, and barely anybody...
Not once.
Like,
never. If you're lucky, one of them gets stunned.
But
the other two go off anyway, so it doesn't even matter.
If I'm ranged, I always pop off my interrupt on mine one. But it's like everyone else, they always say beforehand, interrupt the things, and the tanks never do it. And it infuriates me because everyone gets paralyzed and nobody has a party-wide Asuna and everything. And I'm like, it's an interrupt. It's like one of the few interruptables we get in this goddamn game. Interrupt it!
What's great is I'm typically ranged, so I wouldn't get hit by that, but there's so many little guys, and I'm always in the mix using my AoE.
Oh,
so
no.
I always get paralyzed.
It's an arena-wide paralyze, so you never dodge it. If it's like, there's an interrupt, and everybody keeps telling you to interrupt it, interrupt it!
And then everybody complains, and everybody gets whiny afterwards, and nobody's happy about anything, and let's just move on with our lives.
I don't think anybody likes the Puppet's bunker.
I kind of like it.
34.
I mean, I like the whole raid.
I like the tower.
3,400.
The tower's fun. Just because there's so many bosses in there that are just like, these guys like soloed them in here and took like hours, and we're here going like, oh god, a trash boss. Ugh. It's the orb one. That when you're going up the tower to the very top and the two orbs show up, the ones that are supposed to sing.
I think I've done the tower like twice.
No. It's a trash pull and everything, and it's like a
that was before I took my... Like, I did that and then took my extended break.
In the actual game, it's like a really hard boss for like some of the paths later on, and we're over here like with 24 people going like, oh, a trash pull? And just like waste them, and they're like, these were important in this game, and like...
Oh, a healing helm, that's where you get it. Heal helmet.
Yeah. It's like important in this in this original game, and we're over here going like, oh my god. Corpse room joke was
Well,
funny.
I mean, we do have like an additional how many people?
23 in comparison to like the one they had.
One. Yeah, I'd like to think it'd be easier.
I know, but it's just... Oh, there's no one up here.
Yep.
I know, but it's just funny the fact that it's like such an annoyance for them.
Ooh. That was 880.
That was like in the original was such an annoyance, and we're over here going like, oh my god, this crap again. Ooh, a Black Knight.
So this one, hilariously,
I know.
was called Bad Man. Go away, you bad man!
Don't know why. What does he do?
Nothing.
Really?
Yeah, nothing. 260 HP, 44 to 88 AP. 1263 experience, 1800 G. Not strong or weak to anything, not classified as anything, doesn't cast anything.
I mean, I'm not really counting it as the first Dark Knight in the series, because the first Dark Knight is Leon from 2, but... And I'm not even counting that as a spoiler. The game doesn't even try to hide that fact.
Yeah, and then the nightmare we have seen before. Yeah, and I've never seen before. Weak to ice, strong against instant deaths and crap.
Rolling all those threes, I swear you were.
Probably not going to hit 400 by the end of the game, I'd guess.
Oh, yeah, we'll be lucky if we get like 350. Oh, there's a robot over here.
Hey, buddy. Master! Well, I don't know what else to do here.
That was just for the treasures, because it was like a big room, and then it's just like you can
Oh, and then you
literally
gotta go out the other
up.
side so you can go up the stairs.
Yeah.
It's basic attack.
I just see Catman, and I just thought of like the One Piece this week, and like, yo, Joe and all that, but I think he just killed a guy.
I don't think he does, but I think that's who I was thinking of.
Yeah, Scratch Man's kind of like... I really hope Basil Hawkins isn't like an out-and-out antagonist the whole time. Because he's one of my favorites. I like... Because he's just got that weird sorcerer feel to him with like the straw voodoo dolls and everything.
Well, if you can get inside that building, there are 10 chests inside. Oh boy, more pyroliths and cockatrices and mummies.
It's weird that they group up with the mummies. Ooh,
Guardian, you're new. In the original...
Ow! Ow! It's not hurting badly, but ow! It's like a bee sting.
So these guys were called Guard. 200 HP, 25 to 50 AP, they will snow you. 1224 experience, 400 G. Not weak to anything, strong against Rub, Bane, Stun, Brack, Slep. Not classified as anything, don't cast anything.
I know it's weird, but for some odd reason I just see that as a door right there in front of me.
Yeah, that looks like a door.
And it's just part of my brain's going like, you can just walk into that. It's like, no I can't.
They're just bringing everybody back.
I mean, they only have so many things they can go through.
Cerebus.
A Cerberus?
Cerebus.
Cerberus.
So what's great is there's that bad man guy. There's a stronger version of him you fight later on named Evil Man.
Well, yeah, he's evil, so he's stronger.
How do you make the bad man badder? Make him evil.
Evil Man.
I think that's all we've seen from the regular enemies. I don't think there's going to be anything new.
Alright, which one do you want me to start with? You pick.
Wherever. Let's start at the upper left and go counterclockwise.
So this way? 13,000.
13,000.
That stupid number again.
12,350.
Thor's Hammer.
Thor's Hammer.
Mjolnir. Wow, we got 2 relics in this thing already. And this one also casts Thundra, so...
You finally get me my Samurai relic?
No, not
I
yet.
stopped playing Samurai a long time ago.
Yeah, you're on Dancer now, which has basically just been your heartthrob job.
7,900.
Ooh, a blue dragon.
Ooh. I thought we were only going to see you as a somewhat mini-boss. The Blue Dragon has 454 HP, 92 to 184 AP, 3274 experience.
Ow. Probably shouldn't cast Thunder on him.
2000 G, weak to fire, strong against cake and lit. Classified as dragon and will cast Thunder, which just does damage.
$81.35.
8135.
Dragon Mail.
Dragon armor.
Dragon Soul. Fire and Ice over Lightning. What is... we don't get anything good for now.
Who casts stuff up here?
Because it's either I block against lightning somewhat, or I block against fire and ice. Screw it, I like dragons better than diamonds. Alright, next one. 10,000.
10,000.
Clockwise still, counterclockwise. Sunblade.
Sun Sword.
Check this out right away.
Man, you got the legendary weapon in Utopia.
Wow. The warrior and the red mage could use this. Like, I was one of the, it's like you get this so late in game, but it's like, yeah, like these jobs can use it. Is it better for Raikou? It is better for Raikou. It is not better than for Frank, I can tell you that for true. 7,600.
7690.
We've lost 90.
I know.
Cottage.
House. And that's it. We're done. And that's actually it for all the enemies that we can see here, too, now that we've seen the blue dragon. Who I was expecting to be a forced mini-boss.
I got stuck.
Get out, Frank.
Our friend left on a journey to the west. We made a book about it. It got turned into an anime. It stars Son Goku. Oh god, they're talking about Dragon Ball now. Listen, it's this or Final Fantasy. Get over it.
Look, there's only so many different things we're interested in over here. We're going to talk about Dragon Ball, we're going to talk about One Piece, we're going to talk about Final Fantasy, we're going to talk about Dragon Warrior. That's what you get out of us.
Dragon Quest.
That's what I said. I said Dragon Warrior.
God. Something... That was that...
You'll occasionally get some Kaneko Man and some JoJo's.
And maybe some Booba, but we try to keep a little family friendly around here. Fuck shit damn. He took the warp cube and went to see our master. Well, I got the warp cube right here. What is that supposed to be for?
Small area. Up we go. Oh, there it is.
I think it's your blue dragon.
Yeah, there's the forced blue dragon.
What is he weak against fire?
I don't know.
Oh, you said fire, I think.
Fire. Just don't use lit. It'll use it on you. Actually, it uses thunder on you, not lightning, but whatever.
That's what it did with the first. I think it was Thunderbolt in this game, because it was the first move it pulled off when it showed up. It was like, and I was like, my eyes!
So lightning is the actual electrical strike that comes down, and thunder is the sound that it makes. What the crap is a thunderbolt?
I can stop you right there. It's a Japanese thing. They equate the both of them as the same thing.
Okay.
So the lightning bolt and the thunderbolt are the exact same thing. That's why it's called thunder.
Okay.
Despite the fact that that thunderbolt is basically just electrical strikes. I looked it up ages ago and I was like, hold on. You see, you're gonna have to hold on to that Brian Clevenger call out post whenever we get a ninja in this group. And you did that one. And then whenever thunder comes up, it's like, why is it called thunder when it's obviously lightning based? And it's like, it's Japanese language thing. It's just that whole thing.
It's all one thing.
Yep, the things I remember. Use the warp cube to travel beyond the sky. It will take you to the flying fortress. Really? The flying fortress? Yes, the flying fortress. Nice. I'm so glad we didn't get into a fight for that joke. That would have ruined the whole pacing of it. Apparently in the original, like even in the original NES one, I'm surprised they didn't keep this, that you get a cutscene showing that you're basically just going to a space station.
Oh man, I should have friggin'... I just realized this whole time I should have been doing Marvin the Manic Depressed Android jokes. This entire time. For those stupid robots.
We're gonna find more up here.
God dang it.
Next time.
Brain the size of a planet, and they tell me to go fetch the intruders.
Yeah, welcome to Adventuring 101. Oh, you're the one who saved the world from 1,000 calamities? Could you get my dog out of the tree? Why is your dog in the tree? I don't know, could you help me get him? That's what I do.